It's a, it's a beautiful honor and pleasure to be standing in front of you today with one of my soul brothers, Ryan Rise Walker, here at the Mentoring Conference. We just did a session over there with a few young men and also a faculty member that went really well, and we felt like we were connecting in the space. And so our goal today is to do some music for you, to share some of our story, to create a little bit of an experience, and just sort of keep the vibe going to the conference that already feels very positive, if that makes sense to you. Like my brother was saying, Ryan and I created something called the Wake Up Experience. And it started out as a music project, but it quickly became more than just music. It became a way of life and a way that we want to vibrate on the planet. And we took our education, which all of us have resumes, right? And these are things. So I got my master's from USC, and I have my PhD in film critical studies from USC. Ryan has a degree in sound engineering and recording. He also is certified in spiritual psychology. We both practice transcendental meditation. We're both vegans. We both practice intermittent fasting, right? So these are some of the things that are our spiritual practices that we try to put into our music, that we put into the planet, and that we put into the connections around us, essentially.
Check 1, 2. Hey, everybody. My name is Ryan Rise Walker. Just want to extend my gratitude to be on stage with this amazing man. I feel very blessed to be here with him and to be here with all of you. Just to further elaborate a little bit, the Wake Up Experience is not us. The Wake Up Experience is a movement. And this movement is designed to consciously shift culture and lifestyle around the world. We have an intention of elevating the vibration of love on the planet, and we understand that through discovering our truths and sharing our truths and having that courage, especially as men. You know, there's a lot of ways as men that we hide who we are because we're told to. And we're told that we're not allowed to do this or be that because if you do this or you do that, you're not a man. So we're here to just be part of that message, part of that voice, to encourage you to be true to yourself. And by being true to ourselves, we give other people permission to be true to ourselves, and that's not only how we create change within ourselves, that's how we create change in the world, in society, and culture. And we can see a world with men who are beautiful, a world with men who are powerful, a world with men who are loving, a world with men who are courageous, a world with men who experience sadness, a world with men who experience joy, and the list of emotions that go on with that.
So the first song we're going to perform for you is called Scholar Ambition. A little background on the song. I spent more time in school than most people I run into. I'm talking about more than medical doctors and surgeons. One, because I liked school. I enjoyed learning. I liked the vibe of the campus environment, which is why I did so much graduate work. And when I was able to find a professor at the University of Southern California named Dr. Todd Boyd, that I could study my passions of hip-hop, African-American cinema, masculinity, popular culture, I took it as an opportunity to further enhance my growth from an academic standpoint, okay? So personally, I love school, even though school's not for everybody. I see school for everybody in here, college and being at a university, as an amazing opportunity to grow, further yourself, experience different people, figure out who you are. It's just a great place for that, and I really highly endorse that, though education comes in many forms. I have an example for you. This song, Scholar Ambition, is about having focus, tenacity, finding your purpose within whatever your field is, and executing that. So I had a student that I TA'd when I was a grad student, right? Very hungry young man, very focused young man, very loving young man. And I watched him create his first student film, which got accepted into the Cannes Film Festival in France. He then went on, about a year later, to write a script called Fruitvale Station that premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. After Fruitvale Station, he went and he pitched to Sylvester Stallone a film that I'm sure some of you have heard of called Creed. After Creed, he got brought on by Marvel to create a film that I'm sure most of you have heard of called Black Panther. So the student who I TA'd and a friend of mine, Ryan Coogler, I watched within 4.5 years go from being a graduate film student at the University of Southern California to writing and directing one of the highest grossing comic book hero films in history. And I watched him with his focus, tenacity, and determination in his pen shift the culture. So Scholar Ambition is about shifting culture and about focus.
And what I also appreciate to all the music that we create, there is a lot of intention and there's a lot of layers to the songs. And I want to plug my man right here. He's a lyrical genius. You're about to experience that. I would like him to share some of the lyrics to the end, and we're gonna tie it in just so you guys have an understanding lyrically and conceptually what we're talking about, how this actually ties into the conference that we're at and everything that we're learning.
So I need every sweetback partnered with them Django's, reclaiming our freedom for all of my negros. We should all be famous the way we all got mangled, trapping us all in a system where corporate get locked up so brothers make payroll. Grow your garden, greet your angel. We in Eden, reaping J-Los. In a circle, no angles, token with black hippies that won't play no game shows. Let's recount the swaying votes that took Luther Vandross. The power of love. The power of love is never too much. I'm giving y'all lingo. You better get thankful. Embrace your ears on my Van Gogh. Replace your fears with halos. Pray to you faithful. Angels connect when your hands fold. Fame is fast. Acclaim should be slow. So follow your rainbows. That's the third verse of the song that we're about to do.
All right, y'all. So this track is called Scholar Ambition. Let me get it.
When you feel low, when you're in doubt, close your eyes and focus your vision.
When you feel low, when you're in doubt, close your eyes and focus your vision. Freedom's your vice, you can stand down, make them feel your scholar ambition.
Yeah, I had a dream, all of us made it. No one poor, no one jaded. Namaste, feel the hatred, and none of us had ever been in no slave ship. Be free as the Amistad.
Be free, my head
Cut
up.
your teeth with piranha
Cut
pride.
teeth, my head
Cope
up.
as Rick Farmer, we is out when Dr. Boy said, go get your commas right.
Go get some commas.
I could have been in them streets. I got a hustler's heart.
That's my heart.
Could have self-funded my dreams. Could have Pablo Escobar.
Balo
Gonna own a soccer team and win the World Cup while I'm dropping these bars.
on my belly.
Have Yeezy designing some cleats. Tell Andre customize the beats.
When you feel low,
Yes.
when you're in doubt,
Yeah.
close your eyes and focus your vision.
Stay focused.
Freedom's your vice.
Stay focused.
You can stand out.
Yeah.
Make them feel your scholar ambition. See your ambition. Free your ambition. Scholar ambition. Whoa, oh,
When scholarship looking digital, look for that fella raised up on that inner glow. Evan Bain, he got that killer flow with a diagnosis in indigo.
oh. Here we go.
Doctor rap like a D-boy, but no dropout. Schooled on B-boy. That's a bookworm, cock back to recoil. With a PhD in the kiosk. That took major ability. Only way to shut it down would be killing me. But I got Coke 45s for you Billy D's. And then the ghetto boys talking like they Willie D. Let's agree that's the hard way. Ducking one time, trapping all day. They only projected our law break, so I'ma make every discount like it's Tarjay.
When you feel low,
Yeah.
when you're in doubt,
Okay.
close your eyes and focus your vision.
Stay focused.
Freedom's your vice.
focused.
You can stand out.
Yeah.
Make them feel your scholar ambition. Ambition. Free your ambition. Scholar ambition. Oh, oh, oh.
Take them to church, right?
We won't stop till we're free. We won't stop, so don't stop till you're free. Someday we'll all be free when all of the lovers have others to see. Once all of us see, we'll be free, finally free.
So I need every sweet back, partnered with them Django's, reclaiming our freedom for all of my Negroes. We should all be famous, the way we all got mangled, trapping us all in the system where cookies get locked up so brothers make payroll. Grow your garden, greet your angel. We in Eden, reaping J-Los. In the circle, no angles. Talking with black hippies that won't play no game shows. Let's recount the swing votes that took Luke the Vandross. The power of love. The power of love is never too much. I'm giving y'all lingo. You better get thankful. Embrace your ears on my Van Gogh. Replace your fears with halos. Pray to you faithful. Angels connect when your hands fold. Fame is fast, acclaim should be slow. Just follow your rainbows. We dreaming in color. Dreaming. We dreaming in color. Dreaming. To free us from colors. Dreaming. Help us see one another. Dreaming. This be for the lovers. Scholar ambition, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
So if you all will allow us, we want to do an exercise that will set up our next song. Some of you may have done something like this before. It's normally called crossing the line, but what we're going to do is stand at your table for the sake of the space, okay? So Ryan and I came up with these questions based on the conference, based on us wanting to create a safe space in here where we can open up and share, and you'll see how it connects to our next track, which is called Degrees of Separation.
All right, guys, and I just want to make note, listen. We're all here for a reason. There's no accident that we're all here in this room together right now.
Yes.
We want to extend that this is a safe space, a place where you could feel safe and comfortable and being more honest with yourself, as honest as you want to be. So you don't have to stand, but if there's a truth for you and you want to stand, the idea is we're going to learn some things about ourselves, we're going to learn some things about each other, and we're going to learn things about how we perceive others, how we perceive ourselves, and how we perceive the world. So I know you guys are still in the middle of eating, but if you would be so kind as to actually participate in this, we would really, really greatly appreciate that, and I think we all have a lot to learn from this exercise.
And it'll be beautiful, you know. And we all love beauty now, don't we?
All right, guys, so again, I'm going to say, stand if, and then I'll say a statement, and if that's true for you, then you will just stand. And if it's not, you can remain seated, okay? Please stand if your parents are married. Thank you. Please stand if you come from a single-parent home. Thank you. Please stand if you were raised by someone other than your biological parents. Thank you. Please stand if you ever have felt embarrassed about your family's economic class. Please stand if you have ever felt embarrassed about your family's economic class. Thank you. Please stand if you feel that you are a person of great worth or significance. Especially appreciate the people who remain seating. That's a beautiful honesty. Thank you for that. And thank you for standing in your glory, everybody. Thank you. Okay. Please stand if you worry too much. Thank you. Please stand if you feel like you should not have emotions. Please stand if you feel it's okay to show vulnerability. Thank you. Please stand if you feel that it's okay to express sadness. Thank you. Please stand if you feel lonely. Thank you. Please stand if you feel disconnected from the world around you. Thank you. Please stand if you have ever wished you were more muscular. Please stand if you've ever wished you were taller. We got people jumping back there. Thank you. Please stand if you've ever been told to toughen up, be a man, act like a man. Remain standing if that caused you any pain. Thank you. Thank you. Please stand if you've ever been told you run like a girl, hit like a girl, or act like a girl. Thank you. Please stand if you've ever been bullied. Thank you. Please stand if your father is not a part of your life. Thank you. Please stand if you have never met your father at all. Thank you. Please stand if you would like a closer relationship with your father. Thank you. Please stand if you have cried at least once in the past week. Thank you. Please stand if you have cried at least once in the past year. Thank you. Please stand if you believe crying is a sign of weakness. Thank you. Please stand if you are proud of the person you are today. Thank you. Please stand if you would relive your life if you could. Thank you. Please stand if you feel that others really understand you. Thank you. Please stand if you have ever lost someone that you loved. Thank you. Please stand if you have ever seriously considered suicide. Thank you. Please stand if you would like a hug right now. I'll come hug you, man.
This exercise is always really interesting in different rooms, in different spaces. But at the end of the day, what it often shows us all is actually how connected and how alike we are, and how we do go through a lot of the same experiences. It's good to be in a space where people are willing to share, and you can feel support, even if nobody's saying anything. You can feel the support in the room for those that are standing, especially on certain tougher questions, quote unquote. I was going to say something, but my brother Ryan, he moved out to LA from Connecticut to chase this dream we have of this wake-up experience. He's been through bouts of depression. He's lived in his car. He's had fluctuations of his weight, which right now he's 70 pounds down. Can we give him a hand for that, please, ladies and gentlemen? And he's really helped me to be vulnerable when I'm on this mic, when I'm in my real life, when I'm in my relationships, when I'm wherever, and I appreciate that. This song called Degrees of Separation that we wrote together specifically tells a story of three very important men in my life. I'm going to call them the revolutionary, the mayor, and the prodigy. So, growing up in my neighborhood, there were two kids in particular that I hung out with. There was Chad Scott, who was the revolutionary, and there was Dax Curtis, who was the mayor. So Chad was the brother that introduced me to the autobiography of Malcolm X, knowledge of self, self-discovery. He would bring books into school every day like, yo, G, you got to check this out. You got to check this out. I'm like, man, I don't want to read all this. He's like, dude, just take time and read it, right? And so Chad was the one that was always preaching about bettering yourself and understanding yourself, especially as an African-American male. Dax was our other friend. Dax was this little short guy, kind of awkward, pigeon-toed, kind of walked like Spike Lee, right? But Dax, from the time he was in elementary school, because we were on the same baseball and basketball team, he would talk to adults like he was a grown man. Hey, Mr. Thompson, how are you doing? I'm good, Dax, how are you doing? How's work going, Mr. Thompson? Work's going good, Dax. I appreciate you asking me that. I'm talking about when he was in like the 3rd and 4th grade. And I used to watch him like, I want to be like Dax. I want to be like the mayor of the neighborhood because everybody knew him and loved him. The prodigy. My mom's brother, my Uncle Andre. My mom said she was 10 years old. She walked into the living room of her house where they had an organ. Andre was 3.5, 4 years old. And this little boy was sitting at the piano, just playing it. And she said it was one of the most shocking things she's ever seen in her entire life because she had never seen him play and had no idea he could play. And they would quickly find out that everything he heard, he could just pick up and he could play it. By 6, he was getting music lessons. By 7, he was the lead organist in their church. And by 8, he was touring all over the South, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, playing in churches. He would go on to get his PhD in music from the University of Michigan and become the minister of music at his church and to do several Broadway shows around the nation. When I was in 9th grade, my mom got a call that Andre had been locked up in jail. And if you knew Andre, he was the most fun-loving, cheerful, flamboyant dude you'd ever meet. I loved Andre other than my parents, no one loved me and my brother more than Andre. And we got that call, and so we went to visit him in prison. We got there, it was past visiting hours, we didn't get to see him. And I remember leaving the prison and saying to my Mom, why is Andre in jail? I don't understand. And she was like, he wrote some bad checks, he was doing some other things, so he had to serve some time. A year and a half later, I went to visit my uncle when he was out of prison at my grandfather's house. I got there, he was so skinny that I didn't even recognize him. I found out that day that he had AIDS. He passed away about 5 months after that, at the age of 34. The revolutionary, my boy Chad. I go off to college, I'm running track, I'm playing basketball. Chad's back home. He's chasing his music dreams. He's trying to provide for his daughter. He starts selling drugs. He gets popped, goes to jail for like 3 to 5 years. He wrote me a letter when I was in college, and he was like, dude, I know I messed up. Keep doing your thing. I love you. I'm proud of you. Just keep on going. Dax, the mayor. I went home to raise money for a film that I was working on, because I also produce films. Dax came to the information session. This was before Kickstarter and all that. We had to go face-to-face to people to try to raise money. And Dax came, and that was the first time I had seen him in several years. He looked a little rough, but he was okay, and he just came to show his support for the event I was doing. I went back out to California, still in grad school. About a year later, I get a call from his mom saying that Dax had been shot and killed, that somebody tried to rob him for some marijuana that he had. And so I had these 3 men who were in my life who were so pivotal. Chad and Dax and I were all in school together. We competed with our grades. We were top of our class. So now I'm out in grad school. One of them's passed away, and one of them had to spend 5 years locked up, had his freedom taken. And Andre, my family no longer has Andre anymore, right? And so the song Degrees of Separation is about the slim difference between all of our lives just based on circumstance and choices, you know? Let's do it, Rod. What's the difference between me and you? What's the difference between me and you? We were thick as thieves on the plot to come up, but things change and they plummet. How you go from head of the class, nobody can one up, to holding blocks and loading guns up. I was killing track meets, you was running back streets, headed one direction, new kid with a rap sheet. You wouldn't settle for no boy bands. You wanted grown man money, racks and racks in your hands. That's when I got into college and you got in the way. And all them dollars, they started just getting in the way. You putting hollows and rollos, there's nothing I can say. I was on them sucker, and you weren't getting paid. You was all on copy, yeah, ducking cops, popping strays. Get the wildest, hottest girl, slick, Rick them with your chains. Said you wouldn't get caught up, that's until you caught a case, my man. Now everything is out of place, my man. Damn, what's the difference between me and you? Nada. What the difference?
What it is, what the difference?
What's the difference between me and you? Are we really that different?
Are we really that different?
Hell no.
What's the difference between me and you?
A robbery, fight attendant, your prints on the 22.
A 22.
Besides that, we the same
Same
dude.
dude.
The wrong place and time, and I might have made the same move. You were so gifted and so rooted. With ivory keys that hold music. So much Cupid, even angels saluted. The prodigy for the Lord's usage. You were my Uncle Andre, cooler than Fonzie. I mean more beautiful than Misty Copeland in Swan Lake. Your kind words, they were always at arm's length. And all that good music, you are family Kanye. Your love for life kept you a kid at heart. You lit up every room with your natural wit and charm. And yeah, you were a canvas for God's art. How could he take your life and rip this apart? I'm never gonna be able to forget how mama was dealing with facing your casket. Her face looking real sick. Dr. Felton, I wish resilience simply could have kept age from stealing your brilliance. What's the difference between me and you? Nada. What the difference?
What it is, what the difference?
What's the difference between me and you? Are we really that different?
Are we really that different?
Hell no.
What's the difference between me and you?
Some bad checks, your principle on that too. Besides that, be the same dude. The wrong place and time, and I might have made the same moves. What's the difference between me and you?
There ain't none. No, there ain't.
What's the difference between me and you?
There ain't none. No, 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 there ain't.
There ain't.
No, no,
There ain't.
there ain't none.
There ain't. Satan, I hate you. F your temptation. Took my boy and my uncle, left a piece of me vacant. I keep their memory sacred, liquor poured on the pavement. How many lives been uprooted by cravings? My brothers consume and they talents is taken. I pray we all awaken. Let's salam alaikum Allah. With God and nature, no degree can separate us. They go, what's the difference between me and you? Nada. What the difference?
What it is, what the
difference? What's the difference between me and you?
Are we really that different? Are we really that different?
Hell no.
What's the difference between me and you?
A bunch of bad choices we all have rejoiced in. We sipping up on that poison. Like our lives ain't important, leaving our loved ones with the disappointment. You were that dude, Unc. You were my man, Kurt. I miss y'all, man.
Thank you, guys. I just want to briefly, while Evan's pulling that up, I just want to briefly comment on, just to further elaborate on the meaning of that song. We certainly do have differences, and for me, I think is a beautiful thing. I think the opportunity that we have is to embrace our differences, to celebrate our differences, enjoy the differences we have. Because like he said, the differences that we have are so slim. As humans, we have so much more in common. And that's what the Wake Up Experience is about. What are those things that we have in common? The struggle. We all struggle, right? It's part of being human. Love. Peace. Joy. When we strip away what Evan likes to call the avatar, right? The avatar, the circumstances of our lives, the experiences we have, how we relate to those experiences. How do we relate to ourselves while we go through these experiences? You know, if someone, let's say someone says something to you. Garrett gave me this amazing example, actually, during our breakout session. I think you should share that, man, because that was so powerful, about how through middle school and high school you were a virgin. And what was that message that was given to you?
I played sports in school, and I was like athletic and whatnot, so I was in like the cool crowd on that hand. But all my boys who I went to school with, they basically had sex before me, right? So they used to call me the Virgin. That was like my nickname. But instead of feeling like some type of way about it, I sort of just embraced it, you know? And I was like, that's cool, you know? I want to be able to share this with somebody who I have a connection with or who I'm in love with versus just spending my time with all these other people. So it became an empowering thing for me when it was meant as sort of like an insult. So
yeah, and I think that's just a great example, because it's not how people treat us, it's how we feel about how they treat us. You know, and that is the power that we have. How am I going to choose to feel about myself based on how you treat me? That is my choice. I don't have to give my power away. I get to decide how I feel about myself. And that, just by going through the world like that, that is how, you know, they say lead by example. That's how we free ourselves. by living that life, by being your truth, showing other people your beauty, your truth, and that just catches on. And that's our mission. It's a big dream, and maybe we're not going to get there tomorrow, but it's happening. Things are always changing. And if we have the intention, we set the intention, this is where we're going. I may struggle. I may have moments when I doubt myself. I may have moments when I don't think I'm good enough. But this is where we're heading. And we're just going to keep going forward.
We have one more song and then the video we want to show to y'all. The next song is inspired by, I guess, both of our fathers in some ways. My father has been an amazing, amazing example of strength, tenacity, hard work, leadership just in my life. My dad is a scientist, and he was a microbiologist for Hershey Foods. And from the time I was just a little shorty, he would take me to the lab and show me the microscopes and the petri dishes and the cultures that they were doing. And I was just around this science element the whole time I was growing up. At the same time, he'd take me to the park and we play basketball and we play baseball. At the same time, he would sit me down if I did something that was wrong and give me these like hour-long lectures. And I remember looking back, I'm like, Dad, what made you think a 5-year-old could listen to an hour-long lecture? But he was always on me about these things. From that, I wanted to write a song that was in honor of him. So the first 2 verses of this song are sort of a celebration of my father and the relationship that I have with him. I was watching a master class that Oprah had, which was about fatherless sons. And there was a room of about 400 men who all had either strained or fractured relationships or lack thereof with their fathers. And to see these men of all different ages, races, nationalities, sexual orientations have this conversation about what their father or what the lack of their father being there meant to them really spoke to me, you know. The 3rd verse of the song I wrote for the fatherless kids because some people can't relate to having that particular relationship that they've had, but they still have that need for love and for fatherhood. And I just want to tell all of you out there, I'm not a father right now. I'm not a father. But for any of you in this room that are fathers or mothers, the impact you have on your child and that you can have on your child is astronomical. Stuff my dad put into me years ago, I still rely on every single day. I'm sure about your dad.
Oh man, my mind amuses me sometimes. I heard Jerry Springer saying, Garrett Thompson, you are not the father. And I might look like Steve. I don't know. I've been told that before. I don't think I do, but I'm bald and I'm white, so, you know, and I'm kind of big. Anyway, I know we've been a bit heavy, guys, and this is some stuff, you know, like going through life, and you know, there's a lot of challenges and stuff. We're heavy. But I want to take this moment to lighten it up a little bit, right? This song is really what it's about, is about gratitude. Like he's expressing his gratitude, and he's acknowledging that it's not the most common experience to have his parents still together and have his father in his life and raise them the way that he did.
Years.
So this is his expression of his gratitude for that experience. My parents divorced when I was 8. I'm not going to get into my story, but you know, we all have different experiences. You know, I'm still working on healing my relationship with my father. He's a beautiful man, but you know, when we're kids, things happen. We think they mean something that they don't, and then we go through our lives believing these stories. But I would like, if you guys would, just close your eyes for a moment, please. And I want you to picture something that brings you so much love and joy, something that you are so grateful for, that brings that warmth. It could be a person. It could be a family member, a sibling. It could be a close friend. It could be something that you're passionate about. It could be a sport. It could be music. It could be art. Whatever it is, whatever takes you to that place, I want you to feel that in your body. I want you to feel that in your spirit. And that's what this song is about. It's a celebration of gratitude. And just, we hope that you can tap into that with us.
We call this The Man.
This a love song by Pop. Thanks to you, I wasn't raised by Pac. B.I.G., Jay-Z, or Nas, or anyone you could let do your job. This ain't no sneak diss to rap gods. Just thanking my pop cause he that hard. You the man that made the man. Hope you understand how much I love you, man. You sharp as the day MJ was that pick. And suede brims and suits like made men. And back then your wave was Hank 10. And here's to holding me down since my baby Bibbs. A chubby kid from Tennessee embraced in his own hustle and flow so he could stay pimp. Tougaloo to MSU, you pay dues so your apples ain't fall too far to produce. Cause my dude, I'm the next you. We same blood type, doctors and Sag Moons. Both us refuse to accept defeat. Yeah, that's that jet fuel you put in my jet ski. When there was then Ice King, you were Gretzky. Taught me to skate hard, so no one check me. Now check me, your boy Proctor said, see when the waters get rough, you'll be there to protect me, hey.
You are the man that made.
You are.
Made me the man I am.
You the man.
You are the man that made the man.
Oh, you the man that made me into the man.
You are the man that made me the man I am.
You the man.
You are the man that made me into the man I am.
You showed us affection and always provided. You bought me that bike and you taught me to ride it. When I fell, you was right there beside it, giving me guidance because only you could guide him. Your legend to be gold is King Midas. I be letting your throne loose, just lying. Your blueprint was like Earl, making a tiger the family. Quarterback, you was our Johnny Unite us. No Rolling Stone, you never ran on us. Cheated on mine, so put no hands on her. Your imprint got me blacking like toner. Taught us being a man more than macho persona. You said respect the law, but a pig is a problem. And if you act a fool, they gon' bring out the squadron. So Evan Bain, life ain't to be squandered. There's history to be made, just stay out the margins, hey.
You are the man that made.
You are.
Made me the man I am.
You the man.
You are the man that made the man.
Oh, you the man that made me into the man.
You are the man that made.
You are.
Made me the man I am.
You the man.
You are the man that made me into the man I am.
This goes out to all the parental figures, all the people that raise us, all the folks that teach us love and make us feel like we have immense value.
No, I ain't gonna leave you alone.
Cause if you be gone, I'll be gone too.
No, that's not how it works.
Too many dudes can't relate to this joint. They fatherless sons killed by a void. Feeling alone cause they being ignored. Cause you ran, look at your man, you always avoid. You never be there to share his adventures. Literally with no witness, build a wall with defenses. You left him so sick and offended. Now he praying to coke lords and grinding their trenches. A generation that's raising itself. Now they weighing their worth in the key on the scale. ATF at the door. Now them boys in the jail. They ain't making no bail. That's cause my brother, you failed. That's how we get caught up in cycles. Without parents as kickstands is low survival. Lonely roads are weary miles. So I pray for trains with no furious styles.
You are the man that made.
You are.
Made me the man I am.
You the man.
You are the man that made the man.
Oh, you the man that made me into the man.
You are the man that made.
You are.
Made me the man I am.
You the man.
You are the man that made me into the man I am.
Yo, Fresno State, we appreciate y'all having us out here. If you feel love in the room, put your hands up like this and give me a peace sign.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all. Yo, Pop, this song goes to you. I got about 100 people in the room right now showing you love. I love you, man. That's the man, y'all. We have one last song, and we're running short on time, so we're going to jump into it pretty quickly. This track is called Blackballing, and we came up with our own definition of blackballing. But what it essentially is when I'm teaching my students, when I'm adjunct professing, yeah. I teach them that the African American struggle in this country is one of the most empowering narratives of overcoming that we all can use to uplift ourselves in this culture, in this world, right? And so what blackballing really is despite discrimination, despite systems, despite barriers, you within yourself vibrate in the world the way you want the world to vibrate back to you. Obama's an example of that. Forget about politics. His and his family's vibration is an example of that. So there's blackballing in all of us. We have a video that we just shot and edited. It's still a work in progress, and there's been 3 other people that have seen this. So this is like a sneak peek. We're gonna drop it probably mid-March. So we're still working on the video.
Actually, all of this is a sneak peek because all these songs that we performed today, we haven't even released this album yet. So, yeah, you guys are getting it firsthand. This is the first time we've performed this music. So,
Quick disclaimer: in blackballing the video, there's a few profane words. I only say that because every word we write is with an intention and with a purpose.
profanity with a purpose.
We know this is a space. We're not trying to offend that space, so I'm just letting y'all know this is an artistic interpretation. And yeah, it has some strong metaphors, but check it out.
Both sides believe themselves to be in possession of the truth. Both regard themselves as victims and the other as evil. And because they have conceptualized and thereby dehumanized the other as the enemy, they can kill and inflict all kinds of violence on the other without feeling their humanity and suffering.
There be no more imitating. The black that you be hating. The black that built nations. Cause we blackballing you racists. I should snatch the silicone out of your lips and asses. What you intended for, perhaps a little blackness. You jacking, playing with that natural. They turn around and hate on anything a little blackish. Make America great again. Oh no, we moving backwards. You love to see my melanin put in the casket. Then put that on the Foxes, cause you know they never fact check. Cause y'all like the alright, the nooses in the swastiks. Pour the gaslight a match, grab a faggot by the glasses. As Prezi Twitter fits gets the spazzing. Like when they couldn't tuck code, they love cashes. But damn, they bam, my man couldn't draft him. Y'all see blacks like we fellas and we bastards. We see the white boys and they fuckboy type of actions. Insanity got us all reaching for them ratchets. Ready to air it out, going paddock and all you savages. They flood the hood with drugs and all the addicts. Dope dealers with no feelings, the killing is psychopathic. Ghettos and muddy pits for the pigs that we put in badges that lock. My niggas are filling all the prisons the fastest. Cat was from the vacate, but left us with the baggage. Stole us on my labor, so you could all be lavish. You wasn't better no eye when some of us died from all of the lashes. Now watch me whip this backlash on your ass, bitch. This goes out to anyone engulfed in great white supremacy, shark fins, racist haters, bigots, and Vulcans. Ain't it about time we blackballin'? Ain't it about time we blackballin'? Ain't it about time we blackballin'? Ain't it about time?
The time is now.
Racist fate, rise up, we evolving. I should be chillin' and I should be lamping. We're Frederick Hampton, somewhere in the Hamptons. Talking advancement, let's really be candid. The Fred and Colin Kaepernick niggas always getting canceled. Why they want my head put on a mantle? He get a badge and then he think he Rambo. No, they don't really care if we die. All our leaders dead. Push me to the edge. We bout at the ledge. Look at the outcome. I'm Martin and Malcolm. Y'all thought we couldn't do it without them, but we killing the system and isms that come whiter than talcum. Whiter than Becky's and Kansas dancing the Hanson. Whiter than Marilyn Manson's skin getting cancer. White as manifest destiny and Western expansion. White as the White House for Shell decked out the mansion. White as an Oscar party where the white people dancing. They all beat, nigga, why they keep dancing? They dancing cause they own all the mansions. They dancing because they hold all the ransom.
You never timid my image. Oh no. Or ever let your man met girl. I know why they pray on a Trayvon. It's been a madness since day one.
This goes out to anyone engulfed in
is now.
Racist fade, rise up, we evolving. Black ballin', black ballin'. Ain't it about time? Ain't it about time?
The time is now.
Ain't it about time?
The time is now.
Ain't it about time? We black ballin'. Ain't it about time? We ballin'. Be no more imitating. The black that you be hating. The black that built nations. Cause we black ballin', you racist.
Humanity is now faced with a stark choice. Evolve or die. If the structures of the human mind remain unchanged, we will always end up recreating the same world, the same evils, the same dysfunction.
We appreciate y'all watching the video with us. As you can see, we play with the avatars that Ryan talked about, but in the very end of the song, it's about all of us embracing and coming together despite these historical differences that we have, you know, and that's the energy that we want to put into the world. That's what the Wake Up Experience is about. We appreciate all of you for having us and for being here. We thank Jamal and the facilitators that put this on. It's been an amazing event so far, and we hope that you continue to enjoy the rest of it.
I don't have anything else to say. I mean, that was beautiful. So, yeah, thank you guys.